Hello, Orange County. I'm Jen Ruckman.
And I'm Alex Bueno, and welcome to episode 3 of SGNOC KEYMOUSC.
She'll get it right someday. Anyway, I have a bit of good news to share. I am with child. So, I gotta go do a thing. But, not to worry, I have found my replacement who is more than capable. Who is capable? Here to tell us a little bit about himself, Rob Foran.
Thanks, Jen. Hi, I'm Rob Foran.
Thanks, Jen. And now for some good news. It was a high-flying marriage proposal that fell to earth unexpectedly. Last week, a banner reading, "Will you marry me, Summer?" Jeremiah, got unhooked from an airplane and fell to the ground. Turns out the airplane that was pulling the banner over Huntington Beach was having mechanical problems and had to drop the sign to make an emergency landing. So Jeremiah decided right then and there to pop the question. She, of course, said yes. Let's just be thankful this wasn't a skydiving proposal. Jen?
It's Rob. What? Let's get started with some of our favorite memes. You know, we have looked high, and then we have looked low, and then we looked even a little bit lower to see some of the memes that you have to offer us, Orange County. And anybody who knows me knows, of course, I love my memes. Do-re-meme. Oh, hey, Jen Ruckman. Listen, I'm right in the middle of something. I'm kind of busy. I'm sorry, what's that now? Memes. Huh. Okay. Cool. Is this some new pronunciation that they just ever since they've been invented? Wow. Okay. No. It's fine. I'm sure we can just edit this out. I doubt Alex is gonna want me looking like an idiot. Why is that so funny? Okay, listen, Ruckman, I gotta go. Okay. Bye. So, let's take a look at some memes from around the intraweb. Our first meme comes to us from Linda Pierson, who gives us a new word, Corona Coaster. The ups and downs of a pandemic. One day you're loving your bubble, doing workouts, baking banana bread, and going for long walks. And the next, you're crying. You're drinking gin for breakfast, and you're missing people that you don't even like. Our next meme comes to us from Saad Ayoub, who shows us how taking a dog named Shark to the beach can be a very bad idea. And our last meme comes to us from Stefanie Carlson, showing us how parents are wishing that schools can open safely in the fall. Back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Jen. Are you struggling with life and our current situation? Well, you may not want to miss our next segment called Life in Lockdown, where we get a little glimpse at how we are all coping with our adjusted way of life. Today's focus, self-grooming. Even though you may not be able to hit the salon, don't let that stop you from giving yourself a little TLC.
Thanks, James. You'd never look better. In more good news, a plan was recently announced for Placentia Veterans Village, apartment homes for homeless vets. Currently, there are approximately 137,000 veterans living in Orange County, with an estimated 3,500 homeless and 6,000 vets who are unemployed at any given time. Well, Mercy Housing California proposes to develop the Placentia Veterans Village. This will be a high-quality, affordable apartment development for U.S. military veterans who are homeless or disabled. The proposed development will be near Orangethorpe and Lakeview and will include 50 furnished apartment homes with a courtyard, community garden, recreation room, and computer room. This will service a need that we have not only here in Orange County but across the nation. Potential applicants should call area code 213-516-8453. And now I'm going to turn it over to one of our field correspondents, Laura Hathaway. Laura?
Community Spotlight! Moonlight. Frank Garcia, owner of La Casa Garcia, has been supporting and feeding the people of Orange County for over 50 years. So why would he let a pandemic stop him? As he told me, my main thing is food. I want everybody to have a plate of food. Despite the pandemic, Frank continued to feed the community, including medical personnel, police, and anyone who needed a hot meal. For his service, Frank was recognized by Senator Tom Umberg for continuing to provide critical services to our community during the coronavirus pandemic. Frank was kind enough to take the time to chat with me about his history, his restaurant, and his mission to make sure everyone who needs food is fed.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. So how long has La Casa Garcia been part of Orange County?
For about over 40 years, almost 50.
What inspired you to start a restaurant?
I used to help my mother sell tamales, and I was about 6, 7 years old. I always liked to buy something and sell. You know, my mom used to be a giver, give everybody in the neighborhood food. I always take it, and I like to do that.
You've been just giving food to the community out for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been over there with Harvey, with Katrina, over there in Corpus Christi, and I've been in Tennessee. I've been all over the valley to help the people over there.
You said you were a giver and you love to feed the community. So was it different this time during this pandemic, or was it just kind of business as usual? You just wanted to feed people?
I do everything out of my heart, and it's nice to go and give the janitors and nurses, doctors food. We went to St. Joseph, we went to UCI, to Gordon Grove Hospital, to Kaiser, and then we did the Gordon Grove Police, Anaheim Police, the fire station. And I like to give, you know, I was happy, they were happy and everything, and it's really an honor to take care of people that they're there for us.
How did it feel to be recognized by Senator Umberg for your service?
Oh, it's an honor because he been with me supporting We Give Thanks for about over 30 years.
So you mentioned We Give Thanks. Is that something that you helped start?
Because I used to give away food here in front of the restaurant, La Casa Garcia. But what happened is that everybody said, Frank, if you have to be a nonprofit, we can give you, but we can't give you because it's not a nonprofit. And then I was starting about 20 years ago, I become nonprofit, and that's what I got. This We Give Thanks. I got the board of directors and everything. I'm proud to serve the community. The people for 40, 50 years been following me from the 60s, 70s. The people of Orange County is that support me. That's what gives me and open the doors.
Where can people go to get more information about your restaurant, about We Give Thanks, about anything that you're doing?
We Give Thanks, or because we're thinking about Thanksgiving because now we can have the big group. We're planning to see something, and then we're doing something for the veterans maybe next month because veterans are real strong for us and needy families. We give scholarships from We Give Thanks, and that's what we do with my nonprofit.
So not only are you continuing on with We Give Thanks, but your restaurant is now open for dine-in. Are you also still open for curbside or just dine-in now?
No, we're open for dine-in and everything with all the rules. All the rules the health department. I check all the employees every day. Everything's sanitized. You have to have a mask. Everything go by the rule. We have to follow the health department to be safe. And I would like for everybody to do the same thing because you have to be safe. I don't want nobody to get sick. Yeah, I was worried about the employees. That's why it's an honor for me to open because when we closed, my employees were the problem. I was kind of worried about them because they had to pay rent, they have to pay the food and everything. And I worried about the employees because they're like my partners. Without them, I can't do nothing.
Well, thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep making great food. Thank you so much for taking the time.
And God bless the world.
If you want to learn more about La Casa Garcia, visit their website at lacasagarcia.com. If you want to help support feeding Orange County communities, visit wegivethանկsinc.org. Or grab your mask and tell Frank hi yourself. La Casa Garcia is open for dine-in.
Thanks, Laura. You know, I could use a dose of joy. Which brings us to our new segment, Dose of Joy. In this segment, we simply ask, what brings you joy?
My grandkids! Woo!
Okay. Woo, Karen. All right. And now let's check in with some traffic with our Pop Diva traffic correspondent, Miguel. Miguel?
Why is there so much traffic? Ah!
Thanks, Miguel. And now it's time for some pandemic parenting, or PP, where we remind you you're not alone, we're in this together, and it's okay to lower your standards.
What are you doing?
I'm bored.
Go bang your head against the wall.
Mom.
Only boring people are bored.
PP tip number 3. If you see that your kid is about to vomit, chances are you're not going to be anywhere near a bag or a bowl. So you simply just reach your hand out and catch it. You can always wash your hands. And you know what? In order for that kid to vomit, you would have had to successfully put food in its mouth in the first place. So kudos to you. This tip brought to you by Mommy's Anonymous. Jen?
It's still Rob. You know what? Never mind. Now we would like to put a spotlight on the Rekindle Caffe. For months, Rekindle Caffe has been a huge support for the staff at St. Joseph's Hospital. Every day they drop off bagels, scones, cookies, box lunches along with various coffee drinks and iced tropical teas to the dedicated doctors, nurses, and staff on the front lines fighting to keep us all safe. For questions on donations and extending your support, please call 657-236-4330 or visit them in person at the Rekindle Café, 434 North Tustin Street in Orange, just north of Chapman Avenue. Alex?
With the recent rise in awareness of social justice issues, Orange County has been a part of a growing community of activists. A small group of people started an Instagram page called OC Protests, and when they realized they needed to get the page into the right hands, Zoe Raven Winecki stepped up and took over. Now, with her all-female, all-BIPOC board, they're moving forward with their goals to make Orange County a safer and more just place to live.
OC Protests started as a social media platform whose focus was to inform the community on how they could get involved in social justice initiatives like protests, vigils, actions, demonstrations. And our focus is to not only inform the community about actions taking place, but informing them on how they could change their community themselves, how they can get involved in community activism and social justice initiatives through talking to local officials, through having conversations with their families, through educating themselves, and just creating kind of a resource bank for people who want to be involved in their communities. It was really important to me to find like strong, passionate people, period. And it kind of organically happened that it happened to be women who I was connecting with, which isn't surprising, as specifically BIPOC and Black women have been at the forefront of most civil rights movements that have ever existed. So while it wasn't intentional to create this group of solely women, it isn't surprising that that's how it landed. Our next big like milestone step that we're really pushing for is to create a Black community center. So while it would be a Black community center and a hub for Black activists, Black youth, Black organizations, it would be specifically to serve BIPOC communities, to give them a place of belonging and safety and creativity and education. Like I said, when I got the page, we had about 3,000 followers. Now we have about 20,000 followers. Every single one of our followers I have seen invest in their communities individually. Whether or not they're showing up to OC Protests events, they're still going out. They're still making changes. We've gotten donations from so many community members. We've gotten people who've donated money, who have donated items, who are trying to find creative ways in this pandemic world that we're living in to support the movement. And it's just been incredible the amount of work that our community has been willing to do on behalf of marginalized individuals to make changes here. People might not know how impactful it is to just reach out to our representatives, but it is incredibly impactful. I'm excited to just see where we push forward in the future. Like I said, our focus is getting some longevity here in Orange County. So getting a community center is so important, and we're so excited to see that the momentum push for that in our communities. So yeah, just continue to stay aware of what's happening in our own cities, and we're excited to see what comes next.
If you want to support OC protests, follow them on Instagram or visit ocprotests.org to subscribe to their newsletter, look up upcoming events, and learn more about how you can get involved. Jen?
It's Rob! It's Rob! You know what? Never mind. It's time to check in with our other field correspondent, Matt Takahashi. Matt?
Thanks, Jen. For this week's look at creative holidays, we're going to recap some of the ways we celebrated Independence Day. Starting with our very own home city of Anaheim, the old pastime of drive-in movies was revived. Moonlight Events OC hosted special screenings of Shrek and Independence Day at the City National Grove of Anaheim, where a portion of the proceeds were donated to local COVID-19 relief efforts. The cities of Orange, Buena Park, and La Habra got a special treat when 3 World War II-era aircraft had a flyover in celebration of the holiday and to honor our servicemen and women. And finally, the Orange County Pacific Symphony presented a virtual July 4th spectacular concert dedicated to frontline healthcare workers. The free concert can be viewed by going to pacificsymphony.com and is available through August 16th. We also want to hear about the creative ways that you and your family have been celebrating the summer holidays. If you'd like to potentially be featured on SGNOC, please send holiday photos and videos to goodnews@chancetheater.com. Back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Matt. Unfortunately, we do have a bit of not so good news. Again, for the well-being of our patrons and artists, the Chance Theater has decided to cancel our productions of Significant Other and Fancy Nancy. But this is a show about good news. So, how about a video of our furry correspondents hoping to put a smile on your face?
Oh, that's adorable. You know, I used to have a dog who did this thing where...
Wait a minute. You aren't Jen. Guys, did you guys know this isn't Jen?
No?
I just thought Jen cut her hair.
Well, then who's this guy? And what did he do with Jen?
It's Rob! I'm Rob! I didn't do anything with Jen. We have met. We know each other. Alex, we did a play together. Can we just... You know what? Never mind. Can we just finish the show, please?
And what's up with your camera angle?
Look, I heard that the camera adds 10 pounds, okay? So I figured if I just turn the camera this way, then it would look like I lost 10 pounds.
Oh my god, I just realized that I'm the smart one now. Finally, here's how you can stay involved with the Chance in the coming weeks. We are hosting cyber chats every other Friday night. Watch shows online and then join us for a virtual discussion of the show with Chance artists. And remember, we need your help now more than ever, so please consider donating to our Make Them Hear You campaign. Your generous gifts will be matched dollar for dollar and help us make it through this uncertain time. And a huge thank you to the incredible board members and friends of the Chance who've made the match possible.
And most importantly, we want to hear from you, OC. Send us your good news, your pictures, your videos. Do you have any mini-correspondents that like to bust a move? Send them our way. Email us at goodnews@chancetheater.com and help us highlight local heroes and moments of joy. This is SGNOC reminding you that Until we can tell you stories from our stages, we're going to tell your stories online. I'm Jen Ruck. No. I'm Rob for Ruckman. No, I'm Ruckin' Rob. I'm Ruckin' Robin. I'm Rob Foran.
And I'm Alex Bueno. Until next time, stay citrus, Orange County.
Where the hell's Jen? I can't be the smart one. I don't know what's going on. No one tells me anything. Who's Rob Foran? She went to have a baby?